It was a busy day at New York State Capitol as Governor Kathy Hochul delivered her 2024 State of the State address. After the speech, the common sentiment among state lawmakers was this is just the beginning, as stakeholders await the governor's executive budget, which is expected to be released next week. One of the lawmakers waiting is Assembly Republican Minority Leader William Barclay, who noted both the tone and setting of the address when asked by reporters.
Well, so it was sedate, I thought. I'm happy it was in the Assembly chambers. I mean, compared to Cuomo, I almost appreciate it wasn't so much of a show. It was more, a speech. Devil's in the details. We got to see what she's proposing, so we'll see.
In a press release, State Senate Republican Minority Leader Rob Ortt took aim at Democrats for policy stances. For example, the governor's approach to the ongoing migrant crisis. New York City Mayor Eric Adams, who has been vocal about the need for state and federal aid to help the city as it's seen an influx in asylum seekers, told reporters after the address he was looking forward to the executive budget to see how Hochul planned to address the crisis this year.
This is going to be important next week when we talk about the budgetary issues. We all know the asylum seeker issue is impacting all of our communities, and we're looking forward to hear how we're going to have some real budgetary response to that.
State Senator Zellner Myrie, a Democrat whose district includes much of central Brooklyn, offered support for one of the focal points of the governor's address.
The focus on mental health in particular was something that resonated pretty strongly with me. It's something that our communities are going through right now, so I'd like to hear that.
But Myrie also noted there was still more to be revealed in the upcoming budget.
Once we get some more information when the budget is released next week, I look forward to having these conversations in earnest.
During the 2023 legislative session, Hochul and legislative leaders failed to come to an agreement on a comprehensive housing plan. Following the rejection of her ambitious housing plan last year, the governor proposed a more modest plan in her address this year. But lawmakers offered pushback on the governor's proposal because it did not include what they say is a key component of addressing the state's housing crisis.
I was disappointed to not see any mention of tenant protections, but I think that this is the beginning and not the end of the conversation.
Assemblymember Patricia Fahey agreed with Senator Myrie that tenant protections are needed. And as chair of the Assembly Higher Education Committee, Fahey also expressed the need for increased tuition assistance for students attending SUNY and CUNY schools.
Just yesterday, I launched a TAP, the Tuition Assistance Program. We launched a Turn on the Tap campaign with at least a dozen or more of my colleagues, and we need to help youth. 70% of youth are telling us college is the number one reason they're not going is college is not affordable. We used TAP, the Tuition Assistance Program, used to help middle-income and low-income families. Now it's barely helping either of them.
State Senator Jabari Brisport, a Democratic Socialist of America member, pointed to increased taxes on the wealthy as another important policy item this session, an initiative that several progressive lawmakers and advocates have been pushing as the state faces a projected $4 billion budget deficit.
Yeah, the governor has some incredibly ambitious ideas to move New York State forward, and I think the best way to strengthen it is to acknowledge that we still live in a state of haves and many have-nots, and that new taxes on the rich are fundamental to an equitable budget.